Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Felix and I are doing our first solo father-son van trip. We are headed up to one of our favorite camp spots, which is Old 105 in the Linville Gorge area. So we got about an hour till we're at camp. We got to find a campsite. There are a bunch of primitive campsites along the area, so hopefully we find one before it gets too dark. If not, we'll find something and then find one tomorrow if they're not all taken. But yeah, come along, should be a fun video. We're gonna hopefully get some hiking in, maybe see some waterfalls, and we also have Navy the dog along for this ride. So tune in for some fun adventure weekend camp trip. Welcome back everyone. It's 6:52 right now. Felix is up. I'm up because of Felix. We have figured out how the light works, and I'm gonna take a shower here and we're gonna get dressed and get the day started. So yeah, looking forward to a day of hiking, maybe some biking. Gotta figure that out. We got a couple trails nearby, so we'll see what sticks and what we want to do. But as you can tell, I need to get ready. So yeah. So we're actually going to explore camp for a little bit, real quick, just because I'm curious what you come in at dark and you have no clue what it looks like. So the main road is up here, Old 105. We backed into this spot here, grabbed a flashlight last night. It opened up pretty nicely, not huge, but still nice spot. Felix is wanting to explore. Let's go this way, bud. So over here we got a little spot for a tent. There's some trails. I doubt they go anywhere. But nice little spot. Another little trail here. Van is nowhere near level, but we kind of don't care. We're not one of those people that spends half an hour trying to get the van level. As long as it's enough to where the water can drain when you take a shower and you're not going to roll out of bed, then we're pretty good. But yeah, cute little spot. We're gonna probably take the bike off here and lock it to one of these trees because I think we're gonna ride to one of the trails because it's right, looks like it's like a quarter mile down the road. But yeah, we're gonna explore camp a little bit and then make some coffee. I think we're going to do a little side quest today. There is a forest road that I always drive by and I always wonder if there's camp spots down it. I've been on Old 105 a lot and it's one of the turnoffs about halfway through it. And I've always wondered if there are camp spots because I don't ever see anyone on that road. And if there is, that would be nice to get off the beaten path. Because this is great and all, but there is traffic and people do come through at night and it just lights up your entire camp. So that would be kind of cool if I can find something new. So we're gonna go explore a little bit and then after that we'll come back, regroup, and then go for a hike. Felix and Navy absolutely loving camp. There are 2 peas in a pod. Oh, he's still on the camera. Yeah. But yeah, we're going to get ready to go and we're gonna pack up and head out. A tree. Cow.
Go.
We are getting to the end of the trail. Looks like it's a massive campsite. Yeah, look at that. Really awesome campsite, actually. Definitely end of the trail. Really awesome turnaround and campsite. So while Felix and I were scouting new campsites, we came across this motorcycle group. We are now backtracking, and they have decided to do what you should never do, is leave a campfire going. Obviously this is going to burn forever. It is clearly smoking and still burning. This was on fire when I first got here. I pulled it out to stop burning, but we're like 2 weeks of not having rain, so everything's very dry, and the last thing we need is to burn down our camping area. So don't do that. Put your fires out when you leave. If you don't have enough water or don't know how to put a fire out, don't start a fire in the first place, or use a fire pit that you have to take with you. Don't leave a fire burning in a fire pit. Whoa. Yeah, look at that. Felix and I are done scouting. We are gonna go now to Linville Falls. We're gonna go for a hike and do that kind of stuff. We're gonna pass camp, just make sure everything looks good. We did leave a bunch of stuff behind, but it should be fine. This area is pretty good. And we're gonna get a hike in before either having lunch at Linville Falls, or we're gonna come back to camp for lunch. But yeah, we got a little bit of 105 to do still. There's a couple of steep spots still coming up. Not too bad. I mean, a freaking Honda minivan came up here this morning, so it's definitely doable by a lot of people, but still fun. So yeah, we're gonna get trucking, moving on to Linville Falls. These are definitely the spots to find. They're making more of them, which is great. This is a new spot that has turned up since about a year ago since we've been here. It's a really nice open spot with amazing views. I don't know if I could trust myself with the kids and the dogs. It is kind of a steep downhill, but awesome spot. Like, you can't beat that view right there. Gonna make some lunch. Felix and I and Navy are hanging out in the van for a second while I make lunch, and then we're gonna hike. Looks like there are tons of dogs, tons of people. It is a gorgeous day. Felix is having fun with the flashlight and looking out the window. Gotta charge this camera up, hopefully before we leave. We are beginning the hike. They're doing a lot of trail maintenance, so it is actually a much easier so far hike than it has been. Curious what it looks like. We've only been here one time since the hurricane came through, and it did take out a ton of like the overlooks and stuff on this particular hike. So I'm curious if they've worked on that or what's going on down there, but we'll find out here shortly. Realities of hiking with a 2.5-year-old is that they may become tired out of nowhere and want to be carried the rest of the way back. We have moved to the shoulders per his request, and now he gets to grab all the leaves that we go by. Awesome little hike with Felix. We're gonna head back to camp. He's probably gonna nap on the way. I would guess with the speed we're going, we're probably an hour away from camp, even though it's probably just a few miles. But we're gonna get back to camp, make a proper lunch for me. Felix ate plenty, and then we're gonna get set up and hang out there for the afternoon and just relax. So I'm gonna hit the road and head back towards camp. So we are back at camp. I got a fire going in the solo stove. I'm gonna start prepping dinner and getting stuff marinated for dinner tonight. We're gonna have chicken and vegetables and rice. We're just kind of hanging out, chilling, which is awesome. It is a lovely, like 70-degree day right now. And there's just the most mild breeze, which is just very, very nice. Felix is quite frustrated, as most 2.5-year-olds are, about little things. So the peace and quiet every now and again gets interrupted, but that's what you get when you travel with the 2.5-year-old. So gonna enjoy this time. Maybe I'm gonna film a tour of the van. We need to do that. People have been asking us and stuff what it looks like, and I can only show so many photos, and I think a video does a lot more justice. So I'm probably gonna do that before starting to prep dinner. I'm gonna go sit, have a little bit of juice, and then just watch Felix play for right now. I somehow managed to forget a bag at home that had veggies, thing of milk in it for this weekend, and then a couple other things. So we're a little bit more simplified dinner than I was expecting. But Felix is hungry, so I know he'll eat chicken. We're gonna try these baked beans. They're like barbecue baked beans, so we'll see if he likes that, because he does like barbecue sauce, but I don't have high hopes for him. And then for dessert, we're gonna do a packet of veggie and applesauce to get him some vegetables, given that I completely forgot vegetables. But yeah, his is cooling down. We're gonna start eating here shortly. Semi-successful dinner. The barbecue baked beans were gross. I mean, it was literally, imagine baked beans and they, instead of like a tomato sauce, they use barbecue sauce. Don't recommend it. I'm not going to put the company up. I already threw the can out, but they were not good. Felix was not a fan, but he did eat plenty of chicken, so that's a win. And then also we had a vegetable packet and a couple other things to supplement the lack of me forgetting the vegetables. So we're gonna, Felix's favorite part, I'm gonna give him like a bath shower kind of thing because he's disgusting. I'm also gonna take a shower afterwards because we got sweaty today hiking. Even though it was a nice day, we still got dirty doing that, so that's fun. And then we're gonna have a nice little Bluey session and maybe some Nick Jr. or Disney Jr. before reading a couple books and calling it a night. Yeah, it's already almost 7 o'clock. Time flies when you're just kind of having fun. So I'm gonna get him ready for a bath. So that's gonna do it for this video. We're gonna pack up camp here, start making our way back home. But I got a long list of, not too long, but a list of things that we need to knock out on the van before we take a major road trip together, especially as a family. Just more convenient things, and then stuff like there's not a hook anywhere in the van to actually hang up a wet towel, so stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed this little like father-son weekend in the woods together and whatnot. Hopefully gonna do a lot more of these now that it's summer, and we do have the heater on the van, but being cold outside unless you're skiing and stuff is not fun for me by any means. But please leave a comment down below if you want to see any ideas or any videos that we can make that you would find informative or entertaining. Still early. It's not even 7 o'clock yet. But yeah, I'm gonna play a little B-roll of us leaving and going back in the way we came, because it's much shorter than going north, which is our usual route on 105. We're probably 15 minutes from the entrance here. Yeah, I'm rambling. Adios. See you next time.